Hey everybody, welcome back to TayesTEA. This week is week number 5, episode number 12, technically number 13, but we're going to flow with 12. This week we're going to be in Maine. So Maine has some good and bad news type of situations, like where there's like 2 or 3 parts to the situation, and that's how we're going to flow with Maine. Yes, it is a state that you don't hear a lot about nationally, but they have some interesting things going on. Not major, but interesting. First and foremost, we're going to go with this weekend. What was trending in Maine was the dedication of a fallen officer. So on Sunday, reports did go through the news of an event that happened on Saturday, which was a memorial dedication ceremony for 20-year-old officer who passed away in May of 2017. His name was Nathan Desjardins, and the dedication is for the Canal Bridge on Route 5 in Freiburg to actually hold his name as of this past weekend. He died during his first day of water rescue training on the Saco River, trying to rescue a canoeist. So that was a tough break, I'm sure, for him and his family. And it's such an awesome thing that they're actually doing for this young man in the state. So that's a 2-part thing. It's a terrible situation that led to the dedication, but it's such a beautiful thing that the state decided to dedicate the bridge to this young heroic gentleman, doing what officers are actually supposed to be doing, protecting and serving. Okay, so another report, which is double-sided as well, is that a guy by the name of Travis Arbor, who's actually a Windsor resident, was arrested this past Friday because canine dogs were able to sniff out his scent in connection to a string of car thefts that took place last week. So I don't know if he had on some strong cologne, he just got that good strong body scent, good deodorant, what it was. But he probably shouldn't have did it on the days that he decided to steal a car. If he decided to steal a car, he could have been an innocent bystander who was riding with the person who stole the car. As of today, nobody actually knows the entire situation, only that he is the one who is deemed the suspect for this situation. Good news is that all of the cars have been recovered. But again, this guy got arrested for a string of car thefts, and he is currently in violation of his probation. And the state police who actually caught him are saying that they believe that other charges are going to be brought up against him. So tough luck for this guy. Hopefully he thinks twice before stealing cars or getting in cars with friends who he knows don't technically own cars. Hey, it is what it is. Okay, so today I want to talk about a situation that went on in Maine between October 1st and October 21st, because this is a serious situation, and if you are in Maine, then this is something very important. So the Maine Center for Disease Control and Prevention ID'd an individual who is actually infected with the Hepatitis A, and this person was believed to have been at 2 different Portland shelters, one being the Oxford Street shelter in Florence House, where he or she stayed overnight, and the second one was the Preble Street Resource Center, where he or she was staying during the day. Now, he or she has not been identified. It's just been brought to the surface that this individual was at those shelters in between October 1st and the 21st. And they want all individuals who were at those shelters in that time frame to contact the Maine CDC Public Health Nursing Program, because they are going to be giving out free vaccines for the hepatitis A this coming Wednesday, October 31st, which is Halloween, and Thursday, November 1st. And these are free vaccines for anybody who stayed in those two shelters, the Oxford Street Shelter and Florence House, and the Preble Street Resource Center between October 1st and October 21st. I thought that was an important thing to bring to light, considering that it has been reported that multiple hepatitis A cases have been reported throughout the United States, and this is a serious situation because it can lead to death. Not all cases, but in some cases that can be the severity of it. So we want to make sure that anybody who has come in contact with anybody gets the necessary medical treatment. Now, I will say I'm not personally one to promote vaccines, because I do believe in natural health and wellness, but I will say that in these types of situations where there's kids involved, where it's a situation where it could be a mass breakout, then yeah, you got to do what you got to do to stay alive, if that is what is necessary. All right, so people, definitely want to thank you guys for listening in today. We will be back tomorrow with events and entertainment in Maine. This should be interesting. But we're in the holiday season, so of course. Thank you for listening in. Definitely hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening.